Restaurants, one of the most difficult industries to try and navigate in the world today, and that's why guidance and solutions are more important than ever. Chances are you're watching this video just for those things. Hi, I'm Greg Hollenbach, and I'd love to introduce to you an industry leader. He's the president of Restaurant and Consulting Services, and he's a friend of mine, Mr. Kevin Moll. How are you?
I'm great, Greg.
Absolutely. Background. What's your background in the business?
Oh gosh, 40 years in the industry. It seems like this is all I've ever done. 18 years actively consulting. I started the firm back in 2004. We've opened up hundreds and hundreds of restaurants all throughout the United States. I've opened up over 100 myself. We specialize in the independent operator, the mom and pop, the partners, the people that don't have the luxury and the benefit of dealing with or having the resources of a chain with them. So from A to Z, we can take them from the whole ride, or if they just need little bits and pieces or solutions to a problem, we can help with that too.
I love it. It's all in the name, Restaurant Consulting Services. But let's face it, everybody has some idea, everybody has a solution, everybody wants to consult you. But what differentiates Restaurant Consulting Services with the rest of the herd?
That's a great question. First and foremost, everything we do is based around confidentiality. We're going to talk about your dreams. We're going to talk about your money. We're going to talk about possibly even your family or your friends, your partners. What is it you want to achieve in this business? And the last thing you don't want that information public, Greg. And so that's a real differentiator for us. Another thing that we do is that every one of our consultants is a seasoned pro. They've all had more than 30 years of industry experience. They've owned their own place. They've at least one or more. One of our consultants has owned, 8 or 9 restaurants. I've owned multiples myself. And so those are just some of the key components about how we operate.
How do you stay on top of it? In a restaurant world to where up is down and left is right and having to be nimble and resilient all the time, well, what's your idea of the state of the industry today?
Yeah, it's always been tough. After looking at the industry for all of these years, I've come to the conclusion that it's an industry of thirds. 1/3 of the restaurants, all kinds, doesn't matter if it's a diner, full service, whatever, food truck even, 1/3 is very successful. 1/3 is struggling, and then the other remaining third is just this side of failure. That means that of all the restaurants out there, 2 out of 3 or 66% are in dire need of help. And that's exactly what we can do. We can help them.
It's amazing. You go into a kitchen and a chef will talk about their secret sauces, but only to an extent. Kevin, can you talk about the secret of your success?
We're candid and we're honest and we have a very high level of integrity on how we deal with our clients. We believe that a good project starts with a good agreement. So even though we'll have a handshake, we're also going to have a written agreement between the two of us. Number 2 is that the money that you pay us is money that you're investing in yourself. And number 3, we're here to facilitate your dream. We will take a dream and turn it into reality. And there's some hard decisions that have to be made, hard talks. And ultimately at the end of the day, we don't want to do a failure. You don't want to do a failure. And it's all about hitting a home run.
Kevin Moll, Restaurant Consulting Services. Your customer, large, small, mom, pop, corporate, who can you help?
Yeah. 70% of the industry consists of independently owned restaurants, and that is primarily who we serve. There's no such thing as a project that's too large or too small, but most of our projects are either a husband and wife, a couple of partners, generally smaller than 10 million bucks. Usually they're all startups. That's our sweet spot. Our clients for years have called us the restaurant startup experts.
Yeah. And now that your ears may have perked up and you said, you know what, I'd love some guidance, I'd love some solutions. And I ask you, Kevin, I say, what are some of those things that you can dial down on me and tell me these are products that we can offer you?
Absolutely. If you're at the cocktail napkin stage, the very beginning stages of your project, Greg, we can help bring that vision into reality. We do business plans. Many of them are for banks and investors. Or if you have a good restaurant and you want to make it better, we have a service we call an operations analysis. It's a 15 to 18 page document, super strong, super powerful, and we spend 5 days on your business. 2 days we soak up everything just like a regular consumer would, but we also look at your financials, we look at your operation, we look at HR, your competition, culinary. And then 3 days off-site, we actually write this report, we sit down, and you get all of the answers. It's very powerful.
Nice deep dive.
Yes.
If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
And in a business to where margins are so thin and writing a check for anything is very difficult, how do you justify the cost? Are you expensive?
I've been asked that many times.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're investing in yourself. So if you want to protect your interests, if you want a successful project, sure, go ahead and do it on your own, but I don't recommend that. Most of our clients have told us that what they have invested in themselves when they spend money with us is they end up with a better project. They've had fewer problems, they have a smoother running, more successful business. And especially if you want to eventually open multiple restaurants, Greg, you have to structure it right the first time. You only get one chance to open your doors.
When I look to do business with somebody, I look for two things. I look for relationship and opportunity. And let's be honest, if you're here watching this video right now, it probably sounds good to you to have solutions and to have guidance. And that's exactly what Kevin Moll from Restaurant Consulting Services can offer you. How can people reach out to you and talk about what that guidance and those solutions could be for them?
Yeah, it couldn't be easier. Send me a text, shoot me an email, give me a call. 720-363-0164. My phone is always right here, and I'm always good for a chat. I'd love to learn more about, your project, what you have in mind. If you're experiencing issues, challenges, it'll always be confidential. And give me a call.
Yeah, success and results. Really, that's the bottom line, and that's where you need to be. This gentleman can help you get there. I got to thank you for your time today.
Thank
and
you,
Mr.
Greg.
Kevin Moll, President of Restaurant Consulting Services, thank you so much.
Thank you, Greg.